We are now joined by Jack Posobiec from Citizens for Trump, and also one of the main people in getting the inaugural Deploraball off the ground. Now, we ran into some obstacles here, Jack. Tell us about those obstacles, but we came out on the other side looking good.
Well, we started to receive a little bit of harassment with our initial venue. We were going to have it at a place that was a ballroom in Northern Virginia, which shall remain nameless. They've been named enough. And the Washington Post started to harass them on Twitter saying, how dare you have these people there? How dare you host them? These are some terrible, horrible Trump supporters. You can't have them. And essentially the place came back and canceled on us. Well, because of the controversy and because of the chutzpah of the organizers of Deploraball, as myself being one of them, we decided, you know what, so many people were interested and so many people reached out that instead of having an event for 500 people, we were able to expand and double the size of our event to 1,000 people, which allowed us to reach out to bigger venues in the DC area. And we were able to secure a contract signed, inked, and in writing with the National Press Club of all places. So we will be having the inaugural Deploraball of 2017 on the eve of Trump's presidency and the last day of Barack Obama in office at the National Press Club. Who's in charge of Washington now?
Boy, that just sounds really nice. The Trumpmas Eve or the Obama exit, both sound very nice. And of course, to recap, it was originally meant for 500 people. 500 tickets were sold. In under 24 hours, it sold out. So then these loving leftists, we have to love them so much, these protesters. Thank you guys so much. We were now able to get a bigger venue, double our size. I'm excited. Now I know that a couple of my friends that weren't going to be able to go originally, now they got in since we doubled our size.
You know, and here I was having to tell people no, I was having to give so many regrets, and now here I am with sitting on top of another 500 people that were able to come. And Owen, I got to tell you, the first 500 sold out in 24 hours. When we put the second 500 up for sale, we had to close it after just 1 hour because Deploraball sold out in 1 hour. We sold 500 more tickets. So by the end of that first hour, I had gone in just to check what the status was, and the thing was shut down. It said sold out. I'm like, did I do something wrong? And I call up the guy that was running our ticket sales, and it said, no, you sold all of them. You did it good. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Well, let's talk about some details of the event. Now, obviously, we've got some names and recognizable faces. I'm going to be there. Rob Dew is going to be there. You've mentioned some other people that are going to be there on the official Deploraball website. How many names and faces are people going to recognize from this deal? And then how many just other deplorables out there that just are Trump supporters that wanted to come to this event? What do you think the balance is going to be like there?
Well, certainly the most recognizable name and face there will be Jack Posobiec, the Special Projects Director of Citizens for Trump. But in addition, some other folks may like to see Trump's original campaign manager, Roger Stone, will be in attendance. I've heard that Mr. Alex Jones is considering stopping by.
It's a rumor. It's a rumor.
It is rumored, unalleged from unvetted sources, unnamed sources. We've also heard that, of course, Mike Cernovich will be there, Lauren Southern, Baked Alaska, Scott Isbell, Bill Mitchell, so many people that you've heard throughout this entire process, throughout this entire campaign. Someone actually mentioned it's going to be like reading my Twitter feed in real life. And I think that's what you're going to see. You're going to see all those people, as well as the people that supported them, supported with retweets, supported with sharing, supported with making memes, people from Reddit, the Donald, people from everywhere, every walk of life, people from every background that are coming together. We've even extended an arm to former Hillary supporters. If you guys would like to come, you're more than welcome to come, and we'll change your minds. And we're here to celebrate, and we're here to make America great again, and that's perfectly fine. I have also been pushing, and we haven't made the final decision on this yet, but I do not think that it would be behoovant of us to issue press credentials to noted fake news outlets. And when I mention fake news outlets, I'm referring, of course, to CNN, Washington Post, Newsweek, The Daily Beast, and other outlets that push fake news, because we wouldn't want them coming in and misrepresenting our event as they already have.
Yeah, that's funny. I wonder the angle they're going to take, considering they're not going to be allowed in. I'm sure they'll be very butthurt about that. But the Hillary supporters that are going, they're going to be there, but I think they might want to stay outside with their protest signs. That's the feeling that I get from these people. But, it's going to be exciting. Jack, you're a guy that I've been in touch with a lot over this election cycle. You've been very informative for me. We've done a few interviews as well. And, I'm finally going to meet you in person. I'm going to finally meet some of these other people in person that I've spoken to, that I've come to gotten to know over the election cycle.
Wait. No, we were at the first debate together.
Oh, really? The one in New York?
By the street, remember?
Oh man, I do remember now. When you go to all these debates, these things it all merges together. But how could I forget the face of Jack Posobiec now?
See, people don't know what we have to do on the street when we're covering stuff live. We're out there with the protesters getting stuff thrown at us, people screaming at us, watching the debate like on my iPhone while people are screaming, trying to hear, what did Trump just say? What did Hillary just say? They don't know. They don't know what we have to put up with.
No, and it's amazing considering all these people that are going to be there. We went through all that together. We were called deplorables together. We went through the protesters screaming at us, pointing at us, cackling at us together. So finally, this is our moment together to kind of celebrate everything that we worked for to get Trump elected. And I know that he's obviously he's very gracious to the people that got him elected. He knows who got him elected.
We're even talking about, and I'm not announcing this yet, I'm just sort of saying it as a brainstorm that we've had. We definitely want to do a tribute for veterans. We definitely want to do a tribute for people that, fallen deplorables, people that didn't make it to the inauguration for, one reason or another. But we definitely wanted to do some sort of awards or thank you for people. We're not sure what exactly to do with that yet, but I had this idea if we could have some, Deploraball awards to hand out to certain people that really stood out and really did so much to help out, even if they didn't have, a massive organization behind them, even if they didn't have massive funding behind them, people who just went out and did flash mobs, people who went and talked to their neighbors, people who went there and knocked on doors for complete strangers or stood in the middle of the road for Donald Trump. That is really the people who to thank for this election. The regular, ordinary, hardworking, silent majority of America that got up and came out to vote and talked to their peers and their friends and explained to them why this election was different and why Donald Trump was different.
Well, I think that's a great idea. That's the kind of thing that can energize the youth. That's the kind of thing that can energize political movements in the future. So, but let's talk about some other festivities without giving everything away. We want to leave some of the element of surprise to the people that will be attending the Deploraball. But what are some other festivities? What can people expect when they get to the Deploraball at the Press Club?
Well, not only are we going to have all the normal accoutrements that the National Press Club would have, your typical plated dinners, your tablecloths, draped tables, but we plan to have blow-ups of the best memes that we've seen from this election. We're talking about potentially
Pepe
even getting
the Frog.
There, not only will there be memes of Pepe, but I've heard, and again, sources cannot confirm, but I've heard rumors that Pepe the Frog himself may be in attendance at Deploraball.
I actually ran into Pepe the Frog at the Cincinnati Trump victory tour.
I remember that. He did make an appearance there.
Yeah.
And I've heard that he may also be making an appearance, a special appearance at Cincinnati. Pepe does not, travel from one of these places to another. He simply makes his presence known to us when it is the time is right for him to make his presence known. And I think, and I feel that if we're all there and we all really believe that Pepe can make another one again.
Well, the entire Washington, D.C. area is going to feel the presence of the Deplorables. I can guarantee you that. It's going to be a great event. We're going to have the Deplorable or the Deploraball and then the inauguration. And I look forward to seeing you there, Jack. And just real quick, what are you looking forward to the most that weekend?
What I'm looking forward to the most that weekend is, I've always said that I don't ask for much, but I'd love to ask Donald Trump if he could just, once he gets inaugurated, just do something that I think everybody would love to see with a twinkle in his eye and just turn to Barack Obama and say, Barack Obama, you're fired.
And that'd be great if he did that at the actual inauguration. Yeah. He could probably get everybody at the same time to say, you're fired. That would be pretty awesome. Thank you so much, Jack.
You could laugh.
It would be fun. We'd all enjoy it. And we're going to have fun at the Deploraball, Jack. I will see you there. Thanks for organizing this event.
Great one. Thanks. I'll see you there.
3 years ago, the Congress in the National Defense Authorization Act repealed the law that had been on the books for decades, barring the CIA and other agencies from engaging in domestic propaganda and disinformation. Over the weekend, they passed the Countering Disinformation and Propaganda Act that funds $160+ million to this new organization that will, quote, discover and counter with its own disinformation alternative media that they dub fake news. At the very same time, we see mainstream media claiming that Trump, myself, Tucker Carlson, you name it, are Russian agents, and that the American people really wanted Hillary Clinton, but the Russians somehow hacked in, and that's why Trump won. Yes, we've gotten Trump elected, but they're openly trying to overthrow that. Now more than ever, Infowars needs your prayers and your support, and I need you to take the articles and the videos that are on the site and realize you're the reason we're having such an effect. You're the power of Infowars. Get those articles, get those videos, get those special reports out to everyone you know. As we approach Christmas, I'm not even supposed to say that word now, our country's under such incredible thought police tyranny. It's important to be thankful, and I am extremely thankful to all of you that have prayed for us, that have spread the word about the broadcast, that have supported us, that have defended us, and that have financially supported us. We go out and search for the very best products, and we also develop amazing products and then bring them to you at very competitive prices. So when we have a sale, it really is a sale. That's why this week through the 17th, we can guarantee you'll get delivery before Christmas. Again, if you order by this Friday, the 17th, and you will get store-wide free shipping at InfoWarsStore.com. And on top of that, some of the biggest discounts of the year. 30% off Living Defense Parasite Cleanse, 50% off Colloidal Silver Bullet, and free shipping. That is just an incredible deal. Brain Force Plus, now with 20% more in each bottle and 30% off. $19.95, can't beat that deal. Winter Sun, Vitamin D3, 25% off. Survival Shield, X2, Nascent Iodine, again, an amazing 30% off. Bio True Selenium, 30% off, and that's just some of the specials. Check them out today at InfoWarsStore.com or InfoWarsLife.com, or call toll free. The great crew will answer your questions, tell you about some of the other specials, and take your order if you'd like. 888-253-3139. And finally, from myself, Alex Jones, and the rest of the Infowars crew and my family, I want to wish all of you a blessed and Merry Christmas.